Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Krista, mom of two and lover of all things journaling and especially bullet journaling. I'm really excited about this video because we're going to kind of look at the difference almost between journaling and bullet journaling and why I've found that I'm basically ditching journaling and just using my bullet journal. It's kind of crazy. I just want to talk you through my experience with both journaling and bullet journaling and how I journal and bullet journal now. So it's a fun one. I'm excited. Let's get started. First things first, let me show you all of my journals and bullet journals. We'll start with the journals though, so give me one sec. Okay. Cannot even hold them all in one hand, so I'll just show you a few at a time, and they're not in order, but like I keep them up there in my hutch as kind of like a giving me the journaling ambiance that I love. But this was my first journal. So cute. And then or maybe a couple journals were like before that, but I kind of like ripped out some of the pages because they didn't get finished, so these kind of go together. Let's see. This one goes through 9th grade. Here's a fun stack. I have a lot of journals. These are all like post high school / so like a little bit of college and my study abroad, I believe. Again, not super in order, but pretty much that. These ones were all handmade by my brother-in-law. Beautiful. And I'm actually missing one. I found one in the garage. I'm too lazy to pull it out right now, but these are from my mission. My mission was 1.5 years. I was very diligent at writing in my journal when I was on my mission. So these are very spiritual, amazing stuff. And it's from when I married. And this is the last journal I had. We'll talk about that one in a second. I can't even hold them all in one frame. I have a lot of journals, a lot of experience journaling. I feel like my high school and maybe college, besides like that chunk when I was on my mission and maybe when I was on my study abroad in Paris, those journals were kind of all about boys, which I guess was important to me at the time. And maybe it was important that I journaled about that. I'm not really sure why. It's not like I had a lot going on with boys, but guess that was going on in my head. I got my mission. After my mission, it was kind of all about boys again. Let me grab you my bullet journals. If you're new to the channel, these are my 5 bullet journals. They are from the last 4 years. I am currently completing / working on my 5th bullet journal, which I actually like designed myself. And I would say like a couple of these journals kind of overlap with the bullet journal. Those are all my journals. Lots of journals and bullet journals. So there's kind of this like bullet journal, which I think is actually like a really effective way of keeping a record of like your current time of life. It is amazing. I love bullet journaling, obviously. But then journaling is also something that I just kind of like grew up doing, learned to do. To me, journaling is a bit more just like blah. I did, before I was bullet journaling, I was kind of being like, this is what I did today. And then like, this boy talked to me, or just wrote about whatever. When I was into bullet journaling, I actually felt like my journal became almost like a venting session. So it was like, if I didn't want something like in my bullet journal, I would like go to my journal and like kind of vent and get it out. So like maybe had a little bit more of like a negative vibe to it. Not always, but just like kind of became a venting session because I was able to get like a lot of my like good stuff out in my bullet journal. So that's part of the reason why I actually think, and I've stopped basically journaling. Let's see when the last time I journaled was. Flipping through October 7th, 2023. It's been a couple months, and it's a really like one paragraph. Then it was September of 2023, July, May, so not very many entries last year. I have, let's see, one, one's pretty long. Venting sesh, probably. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 journal entries from last year, which, I mean, compared to the full journals you just saw, this was like maybe not even a year's worth of journaling, is not that much. I mean, I am a mom right now, but like, I do think my bullet journal has kind of fulfilled my journaling needs. Let's talk about maybe why I'm switching from journaling to bullet journaling. So I think we talked about one thing already, right? I think I kind of vented a little bit in my journaling sessions, and maybe I'm in a little bit of a better place. So we'll talk about that in a second. So maybe I'm in a positive, good place. So it's just like, let's stick with the positive vibes. Let's stick with bullet journaling. But I want to show you how you can use your bullet journal as a journal. So to do that, I'm actually going to show you some of my bullet journal real quick. Ta-da! So if you're new here, I designed this bullet journal, and this is kind of the interior. It's like a pre-made bullet journal. It's a really good starter bullet journal if you're looking to get started with bullet journaling. So there are months and weeks. I'm gonna go to just like a blank week because that's where I do the bulk of like my journaling. So this is like the February theme, hearts, right? Valentine's Day. It's like this is a week, and right here is where you see your dailies. And so each day I like to put maybe like 1 or 2 tasks or important things I'd like to do, but I always love to leave a bit of space to go back and kind of like write some of the things that happened that day that made me happy, or like positive things, which at my last bullet journal party, someone told me their therapist invited them to journal about 2 positive things a day as a form of therapy. So maybe this is my therapy right here. That's a form of therapy from a therapist. Not that I personally went to, but so that's what I'll do. If there's space, anytime there's space left over, I will go in and it's not like a long entry, right? You don't have to like, today we did this, this, and this. You have to kind of make it concise because there's really not a lot of space, which is actually kind of a fun thing. It's like forcing you to get creative about how you're going to journal about the fun things, good things in your life. And another thing I want to say about that is you don't have to do it every day. You can do it like every other day, or you can do it once a week. But like, I try and do it a couple times a week. The other thing is there's space down here, which I would suggest that you use to journal. Now, I tend to journal about my children. I have 2 babies. They're 2 and under. One's 2, one's 10 months. So I like to journal about them here because they keep doing cute and hilarious things every week, so I can't stop writing about them. But if I didn't have kids, this is maybe where I would do some of that journaling that we talked about. One other thing that I do, if you want to journal about if you are a mother and want to journal about your kids and you don't have space down here to journal about yourself, in my bullet journal, I also have a reflection page at the end of each month. So that can also be like your journaling spot. And so that's not a lot of pressure, right? Once a month, journal. You're already kind of journaling each day. So this can be just like big picture journaling. It can be more venting if you'd like it to be, or just like reflecting. I like to think of it as a reflection. Like, what was good about this month? What made you happy? What were you drawn to and liked doing that month? One other thing I want to say though, that if you do need a little venting sesh, I created something really cool. I can't take full credit for it. I created it with my sisters, and it is this prayer journal. And I first wanted to do a prayer journal when I read the book The Help. If you've ever read the book The Help, Maybelle, one of the like main characters, I'm pretty sure her name's Maybelle, she has a prayer journal, and I always thought that is so cool. Just writes her prayers, but I've been too nervous to figure out how to do it. So let me show you what's in this prayer journal. So this prayer journal has the same questions every day. You don't have to do it every day. There's not enough for every day. I think there's 120 pages, so you don't have to do it every single day of the year. Put the date, and these are the 6 questions. What brought me joy today? Journal about those 2 positive things. There's therapy for you. What challenged me today? Look, a short little venting sesh with God, right? Keep it positive. How did I think celestial today? This word celestial, heavenly, how did I think? Heavenly, godly, positive even. You can just replace it with positive. What am I grateful for today? Gratitude is huge. What am I praying for today? Who am I praying for today? What are my intentions for tomorrow? This is like a very positive form of venting, I think. So I do think you can use your bullet journal just for journaling, but if you need a little something extra besides just your bullet journal, I suggest this prayer journal, which you can find on my website, and I will link in the description box below. One other thing that I want to say, if you do find yourself in like not a very like positive situation, or just like feel like you're in like a rough time, something else that I think could help you besides journaling is reading good books. So this is like not really journaling related, but here's just a tip for you. If you're like, wait, she's obviously in a good spot, I'm like feeling like I need more venting sessions, I'm feeling a little like down, to get you out of the like phase, read a good book. It could be fiction, nonfiction. I would suggest nonfiction. Those have like helped me a ton. Like self-help type books is what I'm talking about. Let me suggest a few for you if you want to get started right away on reading a good book. You've got, this one was huge for me, Essentialism. Again, these are my preferences. Maybe you have a nonfiction book you really like, or ask someone you trust. Probably another one that I love, that I actually referred to a friend, so I don't have it with me right now, but I love it. It's like hanging on my second shelf up there. You Are a Badass. Jen Sincero's like my girl. Or The Secret. Okay, there's lots of good like self-help nonfiction books that can like help you if you're in like a just like not feeling it, right? Another suggestion is, if you are reading one of those books and you're like, whoa, that was amazing, read it with someone or invite someone to read it with you. I have a husband who's awesome, and like he's read a lot of these books with me because I was like, hey, this book was amazing, read it with me. And then it was just like even more amazing because my husband, right, I'm with him every day, we're able to like talk about these things together. But if you don't have like a husband who's into reading, like find someone else, sister, friend, cousin, me, I'll read a book with you. Or if you read one of these books and need someone to talk about it with, me, I would love to chat with you about what you read in these books that spoke to you. And I also have a reading journal about it too. Okay, we're getting off topic here. Bringing it back. Keeping a journal is really awesome, and I think it's important. And I also feel like there is maybe a lot of guilt out there with people about how much they journal or if they're journaling enough. And if you feel like you're in a spot where you want to start journaling, bullet journaling is probably what I would suggest. Of course, I love bullet journaling, or any type of journaling, prayer journal. Please comment below. I would love to talk to you about your journaling experience, whether you have before or you'd like to get started. Let's chat. I love to talk with people about journaling. I love to throw bullet journal parties. I feel like I can learn so much from people talking about journaling together. And let me help you get started journaling if that's something that you want to do, which I think is a great thing. I'm going to link my 2024 bullet journal, the one that I'm currently using this year. Comment, find me on Instagram and send me a DM. It's at Created by Krista Kirky. Let's help you feel at peace with how you journal and how you capture life's beautiful moments, because life is beautiful and there are so many good moments, and I want you to feel like you're capturing them and not feel guilty about what you aren't capturing. I feel really good about my journaling style, what I do to journal. So I want to help you feel that way too. And it might not look exactly how I journal, and I think it shouldn't. I think it should look exactly like you in a journal. And if bullet journaling is the way to go, great, let's get you started. I think bullet journaling is a good way to start, so that's probably where I'd get you started. But if you have other ideas, I am open to it. I love to talk about journaling, bullet journaling, everything. So comment if you want to chat with me about journaling. I'm excited to chat with you all about journaling. Let me know what you think. Do you think you could just switch from journaling to bullet journaling? It's kind of a bold one, but I'm going to be the one to say it. You can do it and be guilt-free about it, and actually be really happy about it and feel like you're capturing your life in a really fun, beautiful way. I don't think I even said this, but I really feel like the most important reason that I think bullet journaling is a beautiful way to journal about your life is because for me, I love to put goals in there at the beginning of the year, each month, each week, each day. Basically, if I'm writing a task down, that's a little mini goal for the day. You're capturing you with like your best intentions. So how beautiful to look back and see like I was trying so hard. But you also see what you accomplished too. Like you also can go back and be like, okay, I had this huge goal, but like look at what I actually did. So I think that bullet journaling is the way to journal. And I also think that I'm still growing and learning too. So I guess that could change. But currently as it stands, I'm a bullet journal girl and I plan on journaling that way at least this year. Let's chat if you want to talk about how you can enhance and start your journaling or bullet journaling experience, all right? Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I have a lot of good ideas for videos coming up about journaling, goals, books, life. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around for all of it. See ya.